Sadly, the majority of business owners today don't have a sales funnel in their business. I time and time again, I would say this group probably pound for pound understands this concept. They're really good with this. But out there, have you guys ever heard that saying by Hugh Hefner? Where are the Playboy fans in the room, if you would admit this kind of a thing? At least somebody did. Goes like this. Slow hands to go up. Listen, it's all about. I was gonna say, Playboys. It's a very it's all about articles today. Hugh Hefner had the saying back in the day. It's famous. It's gone on for years. He said, "Just be thankful that we are in here and they are out there." And he was always referring to all the guys that he would have in the Playboy Mansion, right? So most business owners out there have no idea about the kind of stuff we're going to talk about today. Now, I covered it at least 3 or 4 times last year. A lot of this is going to be a review. I want to come back to the fundamentals as a review because I know a lot of you get away from this as we kick off the new year. So this is a big problem today, okay? And a lot of times the term sales funnel scares people. What does this sales funnel thing really mean? I find that when I talk about sales funnels, people go, oh, I'm not an internet marketing guy. I'm not an online sophisticated technology guy. I could never have a sales funnel that does all these really cool things on the website. A sales funnel doesn't have to have any technology at all. A sales funnel, my definition of a sales funnel is this. It's a system for elegantly moving suspects to prospects and prospects to customers who keep buying. And I'm going to leave that up because that's a writer down, or I'll probably trademark it. I should do that today before one of you guys does instead. A system for elegantly moving suspects to prospects and prospects to customers who keep buying. And the key word here is keep buying. Okay? Go back, sorry. Coming back. Great technology here, I'm back. Great technology here. Not like the guy who drew pictures of my blinds for 90 minutes with his pencil. I had to stay there anyways for the painters, so didn't have to leave. A system for elegantly moving suspects to prospects and prospects to customers who keep buying. Now, I say elegantly, why? I say elegantly because when you do this right, people don't feel like they're buying, they feel like they're making a decision to buy from you. It's the greatest thing when you get this and your work performs in a way where your prospects don't feel sold to, they feel like they're just, they made a decision to buy. So they feel like it's their decision that they're buying versus you pushing them and selling them, okay? But the key word is keep buying because if you do this right, they buy over and over and over again. Most people don't do this right. They do this backwards. They do this haphazardly. They jump around to a million different places and they start to scare their people away. So I want to talk to you about the 3 critical parts of a sales funnel. A sound sales funnel, but I want to talk about the 3 critical rules that you want to adhere to before any sales funnel will even mean anything, okay? So my sales velocity formula, my book is broken down into 3 sections, and you've seen these before, so I'm only going to review this for about 5 minutes, but it's broken down by lead generation, multimedia selling, and then follow-up and service. 3 parts, 3 things, 3 foundational pieces, 3 components, okay? You all know this that have been here for a little while. Some of you guessed, maybe you never thought about it in this format. Most people sort of just kind of hanging around in here. This is all they do. They just sell. But the key is this, marketing, selling, and service. If you have a plan and a system for marketing, then selling, and then service, you start to go down the path of having the philosophy correct to have a very sophisticated sales funnel. So I look at it like 3 legs of a stool. If any of these legs of a stool are missing, what happens to the stool? It starts to tip. If 2 pieces are missing, the stool never stands a chance, right? So if you look at your business in 3 ways, what's my marketing strategy, what's my selling strategy, and what's my back-end service strategy, then you continue to have a well-balanced business. Your stool is stable at all times. But this is the issue. Lead generation comes first, selling comes second. Most people don't have this the right way. Okay, it's not the other way around. Most people are selling first, and they're not doing any lead generation at all. So this is the giant problem I see today. Most sell first, they don't do any lead generation, they have weak follow-up, and then they provide terrible service, and then they wonder why their income sucks. I'm going to say that again. Most sell first, right out of the gates. They don't do any lead generation because they don't want to take the time. They have weak follow-up, and then provide terrible service. How many of you have bought from a company recently that you never heard from again? Happens all the time, right? Happens all the time. Doesn't it aggravate you? Sometimes I just buy from companies just to see what's going to happen next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I'm just blown away that 90% of the time, almost nothing. This happens a lot online with nutritional products, I notice. I bought another nutrition, I tend to always have nutrition product stories. I bought another nutrition product online 3 weeks ago. The thing was the biggest claim ever. The sales letter was amazing. It was like one of these brain focus factor kind of a deals. You know the one, you guys know, right? I'll get the name for you guys. It's roasting in my car actually right now. I forgot that I left it in the car. But again, comes in a box. I'm excited to get it. My emotion was higher 3 weeks ago. They didn't keep my emotion high because I never heard from them again. I'm not that excited to take the product now because the emotion's gone. But inside the box, what was in the box? Anybody know? Of course the product, yes. Oh yeah, Charles, the sales letter, sure. Right. A receipt. Now, would you agree that that box that they paid to ship to my house is absolutely by far one of the most greatest salespeople in a cardboard box that you could ever have? For them to say, hey, listen, people who bought this product, love this product, we'll give you 20% if you call us in a week. How do you increase customer value? That's how. I can't tell you how many nutrition companies do this. They never, ever offer something in the box that they have to send anyways. They send a box with a receipt. It's incredible to me. This is one of the golden opportunities to literally double and triple your customer value. I almost never see it happen. You were going to say something? No, never even offered. I'm glad you brought that up, Jonathan. So 2 things. They didn't even offer me, and sometimes they do this, a discount to be on a monthly. If you go on the monthly, it'll be 20% less every month. That's cool. That's a great opportunity. But secondly, I love the what I call ride-along real estate. No ride-along real estate for you guys that are shipping physical products. Just a receipt. That's it. So, unbelievable. Now, another giant problem is most of you know this, and I'm not singling anybody out, but I see a lot of what goes on between members, especially mastermind members, is most of you know this, but many of you have gotten far away from this formula. We know that we need to do lead generation to precede a good selling process. We know that a great selling process creates less resistance. We know that good service increases customer value, but you know what? We get busy. We get into the day-to-day. We run around crazy. We have a lot of distractions, and we get away from this formula. So as we go into the new year, I want to bring you back home a little bit and start talking about some of the fundamentals of making sure that you are rock solid in all 3 of these areas, okay? Because if you don't have a system for generating quality leads, on a daily and weekly business, your business is at great risk today. More so today than ever. Later on, I'm going to talk about my Diamond Mastermind group. I've talked about it a lot because the focal point of my groups, my private client groups, is on making sure that you never get away from lead generation, sales funnel development, and great service and follow-up. Very important. First, there's 3 rules, though. How am I doing for time, guys? This can't be right, can it? That's like left? No, but it says 40 seconds left. So my 30 minutes is down to 40 seconds? Those are the fastest minutes I've ever seen. Okay, here are the 3 rules. All right, double check. Yes? Yeah, so when I talk about that 3-part formula, lead generation, multimedia selling, having a sales funnel that works, and then follow up and follow through. When somebody joins our mastermind group, and I know there's a lot of you in here, we make sure that at all times, those pieces are in place. And if someone's veering off of that, we know that there's weakness to follow. So we always make sure we keep that front and center, front of mind center. Okay? So there's 3 rules first before I get into some of the concepts. Number 1 is none of this works if you don't define a clear message in the marketplace. I know a lot of you know this, but again, we veer away from this. We start to get general and broad. Now the Super Bowl is going to come this week and you're going to see the biggest, broadest messages in the world. Don't copy them unless, and I need to know if this is you, unless you have a $20 million a month marketing budget. And if that's you, we need to talk after this because we just do, okay? So you need to define a clear message. What are you saying in the marketplace today? How relevant are you? How sharp are you?